The Lion in Kidderminster is like thousands of other small hotels in the UK.
Blue Line Hotel, Murdoch's.
But this one has an extraordinary difference.
Hello, folks. You need to get in?
Yeah, we've got to do a search. 205.
Many of the guests here are on benefits.
I get paid fortnightly, which is £292, and it's going to last me 14 days.
Because it's what I got from the food bank. You're going to get some stuff that you don't like.
It's only when people get into difficult circumstances that they can realise just what it's like to live on the breadline.
And these guests arrive with very different types of baggage.
Normally, when I come straight out of jail, I'll go straight back into shoplifting.
I personally think I'm too young to be in a place like this.
Behind each door of the 21 rooms is a story.
If my kids lost their mum, I don't know what would happen. And that's my incentive to try and get clean.
Have to find you a job, I think.
That'd be good. I'm willing.
And at the heart of the hotel is owner Dave Murdoch.
My benefits have been stopped. Basically, I was supposed to sign on this Monday.
My standard is they're placing people in a hotel, and I will give them that service. OK, mate?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, I'm getting to your room.
Right.
Sweet house. Cheers.
Welcome to the Great British Benefits Hotel.
Qualified as a nurse when I was 21. All they could offer me was a tent.
What do you think of my birthday present? On my eye. Hi, my name's Michael Edwards, yeah?
Hello, sir. Come on in. I'm expecting you. Yeah, no
Cheers.
problem.
The Lion Hotel is run by owner Dave Murdoch.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, cheers, Mike.
All right, yeah. We're looking forward to seeing you.
When he opened it in 1988, the hotel was welcoming paying guests flocking to this once wealthy West Midlands town.
We've got 21 rooms. They're all en suite, a fridge, freezer, microwave. They've all got TV.
But when the local carpet industry hit the skids, the visitors dried up. That created a new demand for people needing somewhere to stay. And Dave was quick to adapt.
I was asked to accept people on housing benefit, and I accepted. There was a big sea change overnight in the placing of people. Afternoon, Lion Hotel. We changed our business model, and the government were good enough to help.
Now most of the guests are on benefits.
I thought you came here on emergency.
And I did.
I stated that case last week.
Right.
I've had a phone call off the housing benefit to say you need to prove ID. It's probably a different type of business to a normal, traditional hotel. We get people that are placed on emergency accommodation. We get people through the local housing authority.
Dave's busier than ever with all 21 rooms full. The hotel's youngest resident is 18-year-old Craig in room 105.
Do you clean regularly?
I try to. Because it brings you down when you live in a messy place.
Since losing his mum when he was 8, Craig's lived with his auntie and been in care.
Oh, some nasty shit on that.
So is this where you do all your washing up?
Yeah. I'm just putting some rice in the microwave, having some rice and carrots, chopped carrots for tea tonight.
Dinner tonight is courtesy of the local food bank.
I hate cooking rice in the microwave. Never comes out the same.
The hotel has been Craig's home for the last few weeks, after a stint in a secure training centre. He served 4 months for attacking his care workers.
I'm not going to go out and do it again. You know, I just wasn't learning from my mistakes, but now I have.
Craig's hotel bill is paid by the council and costs £290 a week, roughly double what social housing would cost.
Really appetising. Some nasty-ass rice. Fed up of being in this room. Been here for over 2 months now. Gets boring as fuck. I was told I was only going to be here for 28 days. And that was over a month ago. Well over a month ago.
Hello, Kareem.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm David.
Nice
All right.
to meet you too.
We can go months and months and months where there's no turnaround, the occupancy stays the same, but you never know what's coming next.
4 doors down from Craig, a new guest is moving in.
My medication, my pyjamas.
54-year-old former mental health nurse Susie has spent the last 4 months sleeping rough.
Got a roof over my head and a door that locks, so I'm feeling relatively safe now. I don't know where to put all this stuff.
Susie's life unravelled after the breakup of her marriage. Depression and drink led to her losing her home.
Although I've worked in this country since I was 17, qualified as a nurse when I was 21, it appears that all they could offer me was a tent. Before that, I was sleeping in the bandstand in the park. I may as well leave those there. But having been sexually assaulted 5 times, I was very vulnerable. I'm just living day by day and trying to do the best I can to get back and see my children and get myself fit again.
Susie's also lost her 3 teenage daughters who were taken into care.
I fear that they will be damaged by this experience. It doesn't really matter about me because I can deal with it. But for my children, it's been a very, very traumatic experience. And I don't know how they'll respond. Social services intervention has meant that they're scattered all over. If I had been less depressed, perhaps I could have stopped the eviction somehow.
Susie is classed as being in emergency housing and her hotel bill is picked up by the council. She lives off her nurse's pension and is hoping the Lion will be the first step to recovery and being reunited with her kids.
Right at the bottom of the door because of the key to let me in. See you in a minute.
1 floor up from Susie in room 204 is unemployed couple JJ and Sarah. They were booked into the hotel 10 months ago under emergency housing.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise on mine.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, is it half pounder, not a single one, a half pounder?
Half pounder, okay.
They both use crack and heroin. Sarah recently left prison after being caught stealing to feed her habit.
Well, I've been on drugs for 15 years, but I'm trying at the moment to change from methadone over to Suboxone, which is a complete blocker, which will block the drugs out completely, and hopefully get my life back together.
Sarah met JJ 6.5 years ago through a dealer, and they've been in a relationship for the last 10 months.
At the moment, I'm trying to stay clean and he's using, and it's hard for one to get clean and the other's not. In jail, you've got your basics, you've got your cell, you've got your toilet. In the hotel, we haven't got a kitchen, we haven't got power to have whoever we want in. It's not brilliant compared to prison. Normally, when I come straight out of jail, I'll go straight back into shoplifting and stuff like that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to stay away from all that. So I'm hoping to stay clean and get my kids back this time.
Coming up, Sarah and JJ's plan to get clean could be in jeopardy.
I don't know whether I want to still be with Jay at the moment.
Susie faces a difficult reunion with her kids.
Give me a hug. To have a homeless mother is not something you want to brag about.
And guests receive a lifeline from the food bank.
Steak and kidney pie. It just all helps.
Hotels across the UK are increasingly opening their doors to a new group of guests, from the council. Last year, there was a 35% increase in councils using hotels and B&Bs.
I'm getting a bit of a problem with the water.
OK. Which bit of the water?
The shower, more than anything else.
With benefit cuts and a lack of housing, £84 million is being spent putting people up in places like the Lion.
I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.
In room 103 is the hotel's oldest resident, 63-year-old Phil.
2, 4.
The grandfather of 9 has been here for 8 weeks.
So, Phil, I mean, how many tablets are you taking at the moment?
I take about 20 a day. Unfortunately, everybody who knows me calls me Phil the Pill, or Phil the Pill, like, you know, which is not a good nickname, really. But this has really peed me off, like breaking my ankle. I jumped over a 3-foot wall, which appeared to be a 3-foot wall, and there was a 12-foot drop the other side. So.
Despite his poor health, Phil tries to make the best of it.
We had a little party the other night, a few friends round, whatever, and we all chipped in for a few bottles, and we had a good night. Right, 1 or 2 bottles from the other night, yeah. There you go. I get paid fortnightly, which is £292, and it's going to last me 14 days. So if I budget £10 a day, bit of food, couple of beers, that's it really. You know, more or less nearly a tenner, like, so it is livable, yeah.
Because of his health problems, Phil gets disability benefits as well as pension credit.
So it was a good session. I was a successful businessman. My marriage broke down, completely down to me, my fault. Had a breakdown and lived on the streets for the last couple of years, and I've ended up in accommodation in a Lion hotel. That's it then.
Phil now relies on benefits, but is keen to find work.
I've always worked, always been active, done something, yeah? It's a reason for getting up in the morning and doing a bit of work. It's Thursday night, and at Penny Black, it's a curry with a pint for £5.49. So that's the plan for tonight. That's my treat for tonight.
Phil's hotel bill of £273 a week is covered by emergency housing. It's paid directly to the Lion's owner, Dave, by the council.
Different rates apply and different services are given. On average, we get about £2 an hour for emergency and about £1, 50 pence an hour through housing benefit.
It may run like a normal business, but these aren't typical hotel guests, like drug users JJ and Sarah.
Yeah, it's nice over here. And then over there they've got a paddling pool, like for the summer for all the kids. And they've got the basketball court here.
Drugs have cost Sarah custody of her 2 kids, who are being raised by family. She's desperate to quit.
My daughter's coming up the weekend, and I'm bringing her over here.
Oh, that's nice.
They're gonna. My mum's paying for us to go swimming. Zeeks, come here. Zeekie, come here.
Her partner JJ has big plans for his upcoming birthday.
40 on Wednesday, you know. 40. I've had an addiction for 20 years.
Are you going to do something about it?
Yeah. Tuesday, I got 14th, I start a rehab program. And that'll be it. That's me done. Just had enough of my life.
Do you want to have a walk around the park? Do you want to have a wander? It's harsh, but I don't know whether I want to still be with Jay at the moment, because I know I'm never going to get clean if I'm with Jay. Because Jay's saying he's got to go to rehab, and to me, I know that's a lie. It's more like a drug relationship. We're together for the drugs more than anything else. We're not intimate. We never really cuddle each other or anything like that. I knew as soon as I started getting clean that he wouldn't like it because I'm not out shoplifting to support his habit. He'll do a graft probably once in a blue moon, and he's leaving it all to me. It's me that goes to jail all the time. He's not even been to jail once for shoplifting. And to be honest, that's what I want to get back into work. I don't want to be doing this life anymore.
But getting clean may have to wait. JJ and Sarah aren't just here for the fresh air. They're off to see a dealer. The housing problem isn't just fueling a new hotel trade. It's driving a huge surge in the number of food banks.
We're running short of spaghetti in the tin, so you're going to put these in? Yeah. It's only when people get into difficult circumstances that they can realise just what it's like to live on the breadline.
And with so many guests registered for free supplies, the church that runs the food bank makes 2 drops a week to the Lion.
Is Dave in there?
He's in there somewhere, yeah.
All right, so thanks. Cheers.
The proprietor, Mr. Murdoch, is a great guy.
Morning, Dave. All right. How you doing?
He said to me one day, I can put them up if you can feed them. He said, I said, you put them up, we'll feed them. So that's how it works.
I've got 6 parcels for you. I'll bring the boxes in, shall I?
Dependent on the room facilities, you know, it might be that they haven't got a deep freeze or a fridge. It might be they haven't got a cooker or a microwave. So consequently, we try to adapt that with the boxes that they receive or the food that they receive.
Biscuits, tea bags, steak and kidney pie, peach slices, yeah. More chopped tomatoes. This is the first parcel I've had, and I'm really pleased with it. It just all helps. It all helps. I think it's brilliant, really.
It's Saturday night, and the hotel's youngest guest, 18-year-old Craig, is sheltering in his room.
I was shocked when I first came in and I saw those, to be honest. I thought, what the fuck? Surely this can't be where they're putting me. They're from people who have put holes in the walls in the past, and they've just put boards over it so you can't see it, and it just makes it look blatant. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be like. I thought hotel, yeah, it's going to be quite nice. It's not going to be too bad. But then, no. It doesn't feel homely. It gets boring after a while when you're on your own for quite a while. And it's just like, fuck's sake. Just even someone, anyone, just like to chill with or talk to.
I think some people can be a bit lonely at times, a bit unsure about where they're going next. And sometimes the accommodation for some people is not suitable.
I can't stay in the room for longer than a couple hours because it gets to your head. Just staring at the same 4 walls. It's like being in prison.
Recently, Craig was released from a secure training centre after serving 4 months.
I came back from drinking with one of my mates from the residential school I was in. The next thing you know, I'm spraying Mr. Muscle over my mate, and I start spraying it over the staff. And then they've said that me and my mate have locked them in a room, and I've got 2 of them in a headlock and pouring Mr. Muscle in their eyes. I can't really remember it because I was drunk.
After his release, Craig has been desperate to find a permanent home. He survives on income support.
I get £57.90 a week. So I don't really go out drinking because it works out more expensive. I don't really go out to clubs much. It's not worth the money when you're on benefits.
Since his mother's death when he was 8, Craig's lived with his auntie and been in care.
I wrote a rap for my mum because she died. I was going through some really hard times when I wrote that. Mum died on the 23rd December. That day I remember. That day is stuck in my mind. That day I just cried and I cried. If you write it down, 9 times out of 10 it'll make things better, and it did that time. I hardly knew.
At first it's like a bullet to the head. I just couldn't handle that my mom was dead.
The town of Kidderminster has a proud tradition of carpet making, furnishing the floors of British homes for over 200 years. But today, like much of the town's manufacturing, the carpet industry is threadbare.
I'm not that au fait with the make and the mix, but these guys here certainly are, and they'll advise me.
Dave's hotel takes guests no one else will. This presents various challenges, including extra wear and tear. Today he's come to Kidderminster's carpet auction for a refurb.
You can apply a stain block to something like this, but I wouldn't entertain a carpet like this.
When you're running a hotel like the Lion, carpets need to be tough wearing and stain resistant.
Are you Rich? I'm just wondering if you could show me a couple of these carpets in here, and just, it's all on quality. You get what you pay for.
Well, this sort of stuff is all man-made fibre, polypropylene, hard-wearing, it's bleach cleanable, ideal for your situations.
Oh, right. OK, thanks, Richard. Well, we'll carry on having a look, and I'll come and let you know. OK.
The carpet might be important, but many guests are just grateful for a roof over their heads. There are 65,000 households living in temporary accommodation, like Sarah and JJ in room 204, who have been at the Lion for 10 months.
I just had a bite. Cut my. I took my first line of gear, and I wasn't told what I was taking. And that was the day of my daughter's funeral, the day I buried my daughter. A mate of mine said to me, yeah, I have a couple of lines of this to make you feel better. When he ran me a couple of lines, it was like somebody waved a magic wand, took all my emotional pain away, all my physical pain away.
Drug taking is not allowed in the Lion Hotel. But owner Dave can't always know what goes on behind closed doors and has to respect his guests' privacy.
It takes me away from where I am here. It takes me away from the actual reality of the life I'm living. Because when you're so-called, i.e. straight, it all comes home to you what you're actually living like and what you're doing. And honestly, this is not a life for anybody. And like, I've tried so hard to get off it, but now, first time in 20 years, I've actually got a reason to get off it. My reason is I found someone I actually really want to be with for the rest of my life. And like, we both decided together, enough's enough.
I'm not going to get back on the gear like I used to. I ain't getting a habit like I used to anymore. I can't do it. Because if my kids lost their mum, I don't know what would happen. And that's my incentive to try and get clean.
But I am glad to say this is my last time on it because I start my detox program on the day before my birthday, the 14th, on Tuesday.
Whilst JJ and Sarah struggle with addiction, 18-year-old guest Craig is steering clear.
I'm at my lowest of my life while I'm here, and that just proves it. Like, sitting around with people doing that. I don't want to hang around with them too much, because then I might do it.
Once you're hooked, as they say, Mother H, once she's got you by the balls, she don't let you go.
I personally don't believe I should be in this hotel.
Another guest hoping to move on is former nurse Susie. She wants to be nearer to her 3 teenage daughters who are in foster care.
When my children were little, I used to bring them to the park a lot of the time.
When was the first time that changed for you?
When I became homeless and had to use the park as a place to stay.
Susie lost everything when her marriage broke down, spiralling into depression and alcohol.
This was my bedroom, and I was very concealed here. So at sort of 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd come in here and lie down. It was pretty scary.
While sleeping rough, Susie managed to stay in touch with her kids. Today, she's seeing 2 of them for the first time in weeks.
Oh, God. I'm in Kidderminster at the moment.
Okay.
Give me a hug.
I moved foster care placements on Monday.
Where are you now?
Worcester.
How are you, like, buying food?
Well, I'm not really. I'm just eating what what they provide. But it's a hotel, and I've got a bathroom, and I've got a microwave and a television. How's your foster placement going?
Fine.
After a brief reunion, the girls head back to their foster homes.
It's good that I'm not here anymore because it was embarrassing for them. You know, to have a homeless mother is not something you really want to brag about to your friends. So it just all feels very unsettling, and I know it's unsettling for them. At least they're safe. At least they're safe.
Coming up, the hotel receives some unexpected visitors.
There you go, I'll let you in.
Phil heads out looking for work.
Had to find you a job, I think.
That'd be good. I'm willing.
And the hotel's longest staying guest checks out.
I'm sorry. I thought you would be here forever. Shows how wrong you can be.
At the Lion Hotel in Kidderminster, it's changeover day.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are the days where we change linen, and staff will make up the beds to suit the resident.
Over the years, owner Dave has seen thousands of people come and go.
It's not my job to judge people. Well, people are on benefits for all sorts of reasons. It may be because they are medically unable to work. I think most people would love the opportunity to get back to work.
The hotel's oldest guest, Phil, is keen to find a job.
I've worked, most of my adult life, actually. I should say a good 40 years.
Phil is on disability benefits and has to have assessments to see if he is still entitled.
Because I've got a broken ankle at the moment, I don't think I'll be fit for work, but possibly in a few weeks' time I shall be, which would be good.
If he's found fit for work, Phil will have to apply for job seekers or get a job.
He said he would write the report up today and they would give me a decision within 2 weeks whether I'm fit to go back to work or stop as I am.
Whatever the result, Phil would rather have a pay packet, so he's off to see a man about a job.
We're at Stayports on 7, and we're off to meet a chap called Henry Dancer. Work-wise, worked the market stores on and off 40 years. I've had my own taxi business, bookmakers, scrapyard, several things in the past. Some good, some bad.
Ah,
Mr. Dancer, Henry.
Yes.
How are you?
Hey, oh, you're not
Oh, you're having
my
your lunch?
my boy.
Having your lunch, how are you, mate?
Hey, I'm doing a little bit better than you.
Oh, I think so, yeah. Lovely to see you, mate.
Good to see you, mate.
Yeah.
We go back a long time.
50 years, mate. 50 years.
Is it 50?
Yeah.
Is it really that long?
Yeah.
But you must have been in a pram. Had to find you a job, I think.
That'd be good. I'm willing.
Yeah. But when you get that off,
Yeah.
get rid of those silly things you're
Sticks.
relying on,
Yeah.
because you don't need them.
I'm feeling really positive, like, because I think because of my background, you know, working the markets, meeting different people every day, like, with the fairground, it's quite similar. I mean, you say, like, that's just give me a lift, that has now, you know what I mean? Give me a bit of, yeah, get on with it, like.
Guest JJ in room 204 has also had an important meeting.
I had an appointment this morning to actually start doing something about this and get off it. And all it was an introductory appointment.
JJ has been pinning his hopes of getting off heroin on a drug rehab programme.
I've lost count how many appointments I've had. And it's all the same thing over and over again.
He was hoping for heroin substitute methadone to help wean him off the drug.
And they actually told me that I wasn't going to be starting and getting my medication today. So it's absolutely done my head in, because I was hoping to have started my prescription and get off this.
Have you done any drugs today?
Yeah, I've had to take what I normally take. I've had to take a normal £10 fix, as they call it.
JJ's girlfriend Sarah is on probation for shoplifting and risks prison if she reoffends.
She's already been recalled once on her licence for theft. And I beg her not to go out, and she'll still go out. Sarah's her own woman. She does what she wants to do when she wants to do it.
Most of the guests at the Lion are well behaved and stay out of trouble.
Hello, folks. You need to get in?
Yeah, we've got to do a search. 205. We've got the occupants in custody. I think they're both in.
But a few have run-ins with the police.
There you go, I'll let you in.
Lovely, thank you very much. We'll let you know when we're done.
Very important for me to have a good relationship with the police. They're, you know, one of the emergency services, and you know, they're more than welcome to come and do what they need to do.
Dave has strict rules at the hotel, which most guests stick to.
Why don't you smoke in your room?
Because it's not my room to smoke it in.
What's your aim?
I may live there, but it's not my building, is it? And it's against the law for a start. Yeah, smoking's against the law, but smoking in a building, that's just taking a piss.
That's nice of you. So you care about Dave's rules, do you?
No, I just don't want to get kicked out of my room. I'll smoke in other people's rooms. Don't give a fuck.
If you're in the accommodation business and the tourism business, you're here to help. My standard is they're placing people in a hotel, and I will give them that service.
He lends me money if I need it. He's always there to give you a bit of advice. He's always there to talk to you and stuff like that. And he goes out of his way to do anything for you. Literally will go out of his way. And he said, "Why are you washing your clothes in the bath? I'll get them washed for you if you want." And I said, "Yeah, please." And he's doing it for me. Not a lot of people that do that, but he will.
One guest Dave has given a lot of help to is the Lion's longest-serving resident.
I love England, but it's finished.
Yuri is checking out of room 117 after nearly 5 years. He's returning to his native Czech Republic after failing to find regular work and losing his benefits.
The homeless intervention team, the charity, are helping him get back home. He's not been able to find employment, although he's been volunteering for 6 months in the local charity shop. The new benefit regulations have caught up with him.
What will you do in the Czech Republic?
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there 5 years, and I don't know.
When he arrived in England, he worked. I think he had his money taken off him, I think he had his passport stolen and he ended up homeless. And he was brought here because people knew, I knew people who spoke Czech. So we got that first communication going. And we and others had to rebuild his life.
It's all what I have.
I didn't think we'd ever see this day, to be quite honest with you. You're off now then, Judy. Bonne chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Bye.
Judy's been a perfect resident, no problem whatsoever. Be sad to see him go. I thought Judy would be here forever. I did. Shows how wrong you can be. I never ever saw him going back. They offered him a one-off payment to Czech Republic. Take it or leave it. And if he didn't take it, then it wouldn't have been offered again, and he would have been made homeless.
I don't think they'll miss the hangers. Photos and passports in the side here.
Also checking out of the Lion is mum of 4 Susie, who's been here for 11 days. The council has found her a more permanent place to live.
I've been told that I'm going to a bed sit. It's not fun not knowing what it will be like. Hopefully I'll feel safe, though. That's done. I think things are starting to improve. Having been here for a week, I've felt relaxed. And I haven't felt relaxed for a long time.
Susie's new home is closer to her 3 teenage daughters who are in foster care.
Social services separated all of us, and hopefully get somewhere where we can be together again as a family.
Coming up, Susie starts a new chapter in her life.
I'm optimistic that the next place will be more independent living for me.
Craig is finally moved on from the Lion.
It's got wallpaper for a start and then got blocks on the wall.
And it's JJ's 40th birthday.
What do you think of my birthday present?
Hi, Susie. Okay.
There's your key.
Oh, this is your key, yes. Righto, taxi's outside.
Today is a big step for the guest in room 101, Susie. She's moving into a permanent home which the council has found her.
Obviously, I'm optimistic that the next place will be a bit more independent living for me.
It's a welcome move after 4 months sleeping rough and having her children taken into care.
Thank you.
Good luck, okay.
Okay.
Her new home is nearer her daughters, and it could be the new beginning she's been hoping for.
I just don't know what to expect. I'm very, very, very disappointed, yes. There's no fridge in here. There's a washing machine. Curtains, it's pretty dire. I thought it would have a distinction between a lounge and kitchen and a bedroom. I feel really claustrophobic.
The bedsit costs £95 a week, which, at least initially, the council will pay.
Oh. I'll be able to meet up with my children, but I don't think I'll be able to bring them back here. Because I think it's too depressing for them.
And things aren't going as expected for JJ on his 40th.
Happy birthday.
What do you think of my birthday present? On my eye. I didn't come up with it, put it that way.
JJ doesn't want to talk about his black eye, but it's not the only unwelcome birthday present.
Sarah got recalled into prison today. The police come and got her.
His girlfriend Sarah is back in prison after missing a probation appointment.
So the police come in this morning at after o'clock and said, "Come on in, Sarah, get yourself ready." And she said, "Why?" She said, "We're going straight to the jail." Not to courts first or anything, straight to the jail. That's what they do now. It's very stupid. So I've lost her again for 14 days. Worst birthday ever.
Despite the setbacks, JJ remains optimistic.
Me and Sarah are doing really well. We've got our plans. When she gets out in 14 days' time, I should have another car and a nice engagement ring. I bought the box. I'm going to have a nice engagement ring put in there and put it in a bow. And I'm going to wrap the car up because she wants one of them Land Rover Freelanders. So I've already chosen one I'm getting. It's got all chrome bull bars on it, everything, really nice. And I'm going to meet her from jail. I'm going to put a big bow around the car, yeah? And that sat on the top with a set of keys. And I'm going to put it in her name as well. When she gets out, it's not going to be in her face. There's not going to be a trace of any kind of illegal substance. So I need to make sure she gets the best chance. That's it, I'm done. I'm done with it all.
We accept people who've probably been through an hard time before they've gone onto drugs. You know, they need help. Often people need accommodation, they need a stable address. We're part of a bigger picture which will hopefully help people move on, and kick any habit they've got or reduce or remove it. And if people don't, then we have an issue.
"18-year-old Craig is finally moving out of the Lion."
I was told I was only going to be here for 28 days, and it's been over 2 months now, so I think I've grown up a bit since I've been here.
He's being moved to the nearby town of Redditch.
Well, I moved there when my mum died, I moved in with my auntie. I've got some of my family there, so hopefully I'll be able to get talking to them again.
Craig's been told his new home is once again a hotel room.
I want my own little flat, and I want to get a job, and I just want to work and get on with life like other people. Thank you. All right, then.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything.
All the best, Craig.
Cheers.
Good luck to you.
All right, you too. See ya. Thank you. Hi, I'm Craig Story. Fair enough. Yeah. Look at it. It's got wallpaper for a start, and then got blocks on the wall. Really happy.
Making the most of his fresh start, Craig decides to find volunteer work.
I want to make a life now, whereas lying you couldn't, because you didn't know where you were going. But I know I'm staying in Redditch, so I'm here now, so I might as well start doing stuff. Excuse me. I'd like to speak to someone about volunteering.
Yeah, sure.
My time here.
I'll just go and get the manager.
Okay, thank you.
You will get full training on all aspects from tagging, steaming. The only thing we do say when you're tagging, don't stab yourself with a gun.
Yeah.
And don't burn yourself with a steamer.
Yeah.
I need you to give me 2 references.
It's just short term, I reckon. I'm hoping to get into a job as soon as I can. See ya. Thanks. I'm smiling more. I'm happy. I'm just more relaxed.
The biggest thing is lifting their spirit up, and that's something that finance can't really help. But having that stable place to stop and that address where they can call home for a bit. So now people, can turn up in all sorts of states, but, within a period of time, turn their life around and get back to work and move on. Then it's somebody else's turn.